What is going on, everybody? I am the FDGURU, bringing to you guys a Friday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. Doing a Guru credit code in this video. It's Friday. I'm doing a code in my MLB video as well today. I did a double code video earlier in the week, so we're really doubling down here. Just give this video a like and subscribe. We're coming off of a monumental Thursday yesterday, winning everything I put out. Put out 7 FanDuel lineups between MLB and NBA, and we went 7-0. So we were due for that. A really nice time to do something like that heading into a Friday with a busy weekend ahead. So I'm in a good mood. I'm excited. Doing a giveaway with my Twitter. I'm giving away an NBA playoff pass because we had someone in my playoff group crush for over $1,300 last night. This was the cash lineup. Outside of Jared Allen getting hurt from that blowout, only getting 25 fantasy points because he didn't play the whole fourth quarter, the lineup was just an absolute smash. This must have been a smaller contest because I was in all the big tournaments, and while we crushed ROI, we didn't come in first. This guy picked the right contest here and won over $1,300. So I love to see it. Doing a giveaway on my Twitter. The GBP easily cashed. The after hours cashed on my Dub Club. And like I said, the MLB did really well yesterday as well. So we're going to get into this video. We have a interesting 5:30 Eastern lock tonight. One of the members in my group was saying that the coverage was weird because of the NFL draft. So they had to do a 5:30 game. I kind of like it. We're going to get 3 back-to-back games all in a row. So basically 8 or 9 straight hours of NBA coverage, which is kind of awesome. If you really want to sit down and watch 9 straight hours of basketball tonight, you can do it. But as usual, I'm going to give you guys 5 plays that I like, 1 for each position. The injury news, 1 from each game that we need to keep an eye out on. Chris Middleton for the Bucks in that first game. We will get that news before lock. Daniel Gafford could make things, difficult with that questionable tag in the second game, although they did say he went through shoot-around today. And then Grayson Allen is questionable, as we saw him re-injure his ankle last game. Looked like he was in a ton of pain, doubling down on that ankle injury, but the x-rays came back negative, and he says that he feels better than he thought. So there's a chance he goes out and plays, but I will not be picking Grayson Allen. I did last game, knew it would be risky with that ankle injury, and ended up paying the price for it. So as usual, I'm going to give you guys 5 plays. I'm actually going to give you 2 point guards in this video, just because I like 2 point guards. But like last night, we see an outlier game tonight, like the Lakers and Nuggets having the highest over-under over the other 2 games. We have the Pacers and Bucks as the outlier game at 223 as an over-under, while the other 2 games sit at 211 and 208. So the entire playoffs, I've been targeting the Bucks and Pacers game. We're going to continue to do it. It's been successful. With no Giannis out there, there's just a lot of scoring and a lot of usage going on. I like Halliburton at 9K. Last slate, we saw him almost the same price as Damian Lillard, so it was like a coin flip. Now we see them separated a little bit. Halliburton 9K, Lillard 9,700. They're in Indiana, and I just think the Bucks are going to run out of steam without Giannis. We saw the Pacers take one of the games in Milwaukee. Really bad news for the Bucks. Giannis continues to miss games. I think they're in big trouble. We see the Pacers have a 6-point spread tonight at home. Vegas knows what they're doing, and I am going to be all over the Pacers. I think they show up tonight. I think the Bucks struggle a little bit. If Middleton does play, it's going to be a not 100% Middleton, assuming so. And if Middleton is out, we're probably going to have to dive into that bench. Whether it's Pat Connaughton or Jay Crowder, there's going to be some sort of value from the Bucks if Middleton does miss. But I like Halliburton at 9K. Hasn't been showing up in the 2 playoff games so far, but I think tonight's the night where we see that Tyrese Halliburton that we saw all regular season. 9K is a good price on him. We know he has a 60-point ceiling. If you're a little hesitant to pick him because he hasn't gotten towards 40 fantasy points yet, That's fine, but you do need to be aware of his upside at home against this Bucks defense. His ceiling is huge tonight, and I think the price is not high enough. It's reflected to his last 2 games, but we all know Halliburton's a guy who can go 15 points, 20 assists on any given game, and a nice home matchup here with a hurt Bucks team is a good spot. I'm very, very high on Halliburton, but again, if you don't like the consistency, that's fine, but you should be targeting him in a GPP tournament at least, just because he has some of the best upside on this slate at 9K. Then the second point guard I'm looking at, just because, I usually do one for each position, but I'm going to skip shooting guard here and put Pat Bev at point guard. I think he's one of the better sub 6K guys to spend down on. We know he's going to have a lot of usage with no Giannis out there. He's been starting 34 to 36 minutes in the first 2 games of this series. If Chris Middleton is out, Beverly is going to be a smash play anyways. I really don't think the Middleton news is going to affect me. I think I'm putting Beverly in every lineup tonight. Just because on these small game slates, I say it in every video, we don't have a ton of sub 6K cheap value we can feel good about. Beverly can get fantasy points in, every which way, whether it's scoring, rebounding, assisting, or getting active on the defensive end. He does a little bit of everything. Needs 26 fantasy points. Now, don't get so hung up on these slates about guys hitting 5x their value, because it's going to be difficult. We just want these guys to outperform the other guys in his price tier, and I think he can do that. I think he can outperform Mike Conley, Russell Westbrook. Andrew Nembhard had a weirdly really good game last game. He is not someone you can really rely on. McCollum, Exum, he's the best spent, middle to low tier point guard value on this slate. Small forward, another sub 6K guy I'm looking at. It's not Jaden McDaniels. We did cash in on him last game at 4,100 or something. He's up to 5,300. Way too expensive for Jaden McDaniels. He's not a guy that usually gets 41. Had him in all my lineups. We cashed in, but you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. We're going to fold them here. Cash out, you got to know when to do it. You're never going to make money if you continue to roll the dice. McDaniels is a time where we fold our cards. It's just too high of a price. He's not a guy that usually even gets over 20 fantasy points. The guy I am looking at is Aaron Nesmith. He's starting. The Pacers run a very, very tight rotation. I think they only had 3 guys come off their bench last game. Shepard, TJ McConnell, and Jalen Smith, whatever his name is. Aaron Nesmith plays 36 minutes. He's done it in the first 2 games of this series. He got 30 fantasy points last game, needs 28 to hit value. It was nice to see him get involved in this Pacers offense last game. I'm going to be pretty high on him tonight. I think he and Pat Beverly are the best sub 6K value pieces on this slate tonight. Big fan of Aaron Nesmith in this matchup against the Bucks. Again, this Pacers and Bucks game is the best game on this slate. Going to my website for that Guru credit code. I do all main slates on this website. If you want after-hour slates, I have my Dub Club subscription link below this video. But, for example, main slate FanDuel, main slate DraftKings, go to the shop page. You got to be signed into an account. This coupon will get you 10 free credits. Also doing one in my MLB video today. And we're going to do 26 April NBA. I think it's the 26th. 26 April NBA, all caps. You'll get 10 credits. Again, just give this video a like. And let's get after this NBA main slate tonight. We've been having a good playoffs, and last night was obviously our best night of the year. Looking to continue to run hot as we get to start NBA today at 5:30 Eastern, which is really nice, as I was talking about earlier. For power forward, we're just going to stick in this Bucks and Pacers game. It's so hard to get away from it. I actually think all 5 of my plays are from this game today. Bobby Portis at power forward. Why wouldn't we? He's going to start with no Giannis, and he's just an easy play. Again, He doesn't need to get 37 fantasy points to hit value. He just needs to outperform the other guys around him, and he's been doing that. He's going to get you over 30 fantasy points. He has a 50-point ceiling. This matchup is just the best matchup on the slate, as I've said numerous times. He doesn't get run into the ground in terms of minutes, but he's going to play 30 minutes, and he is a great fantasy point per minute kind of guy. His price has gone up a few $100. I'm pretty sure he was like 72 or 7,300 bucks last slate. I don't mind 76 either. I think he can get there. I think his ceiling is worth it. I don't think it's risky enough for the ceiling that he presents in this game against the Pacers. He can play power forward and center on FanDuel. Very easy to get into your lineups. I just think he's a better play than Karl Anthony Towns, who hasn't been playing well. Chris Middleton's banged up, and there's really no other 7K guys on this slate. So he looks good. I like Portis. I had been going to Pascal Siakam because he was way too cheap. Now he's 9,200. While if you have that money, he has represented the upside against the Bucks. He's been cooking them. But it's gonna be tough to get to Siakam at 9,200. It's one of the higher prices we've seen on him all year, and it's for good reason. He's been playing lights out, playing his balls off in the first 2 games of this series. He was just a lot easier to get to when he was 8,400, going up almost $1,000. I like Portis at 7,600, and then at center, I like Miles Turner on the other side. I had been going to Brook Lopez because he was 5,700. He's now 6,100. You could go to him. Seeing a Brook Lopez price over 6K definitely makes him less appetizing. Like I said, you still could go to him. I like Miles Turner at 7,400. I don't think it's expensive enough. He's been cooking 32 to 34 minutes in the first 2 games of the series. Went off last game, 48 fantasy points, finds himself at home. And I like a pairing of Tyrese Halliburton. I just said his name so weird. Tyrese Halliburton, Aaron Nesmith, and Miles Turner. I like all 3 of these guys tonight. I think they're some of the best guys to get to on this entire slate. And you should be looking at Miles Turner at center as well. That'll do it for the video, guys. Let's get after it tonight. Get over to my website for the main slate. I will have an after-hours slate on my Dub Club for the last 2 games. Excited for tonight's games. Hope you guys have a good Friday, a good weekend. Give this video a like. Until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.